transmitting live from GB Music Group Studios here in Dorado, Puerto Rico. And I'm here to address a situation which maybe, isn't really being noticed by Republicans, And like I said, a lot of people, from my last video, they've kind of taken, they've misunderstood what I'm trying to say, or they feel that as if I were attacking Republicans, and I'm not at all. On the contrary, I'm pointing out the deficiencies within the whole Republican movement and the conservative movement because I think it needs to get pointed out. So this issue relates to artists. During the campaign, we noticed a lot of times when President Trump had played music. I believe it was from like Aerosmith, and they didn't want him to. A lot of artists said, no, don't play my music. And the reason why these artists are saying, no, don't play my music is because these are Democrat artists. Democrats, they support their artists. That's why you see the likes of, these artists that become mainstream, people like Jay-Z, people like Beyonce, they become multimillionaires. And the reality is that the liberals support them. The liberals invest in these artists. The liberals build up these artists, So then, once these Democrats jump into the political spectrum, these same artists who they helped build up support their political views. Then you get the Lady Gagas, then you get the Beyonce supporting them, but we don't see that with the Republican Party. We don't see that. We have we have our Republican artists, and we give them a half-ass support, and then we wonder why, when somebody like President Trump runs, these libtards don't want you playing their music. There are plenty of Republican artists. The problem is that conservatives drop the ball on that issue too, and we don't support our artists, So therefore, our artists don't really become mainstream because let me tell you something. In order to play on the radio, you have to pay. That's called payola. In order to promote, you have to promote an artist. You have to put lots of money into an artist for the artist to blow up. That's the reality of the music industry. It's like a product. An artist is a product. You have to invest money in that artist to grow. And liberals, and these Democrats, they have invested money in the arts. If you go to New York and you go see The Lion King, the play, hey, you get, I would tell you 98%, and I'm being generous here, 98% of those singing and performing are liberals. That's why these liberals dominate, the scene. But in part, it is because the Republican Party, and conservatives haven't really given the importance to the arts that they should. That's why our artists are left behind. That's why we don't become mainstream, because the left is controlling the whole concept of mainstream. Now, what makes something mainstream? Promotion. And what causes promotion? Promotional dollars. End the story. End the story. You put money into something, it's going to get promoted. And it's frustrating to see that come, the election cycle, our Republicans trying to use music from Lady Gaga, trying to use music from people who do not support our movement, So it's like you don't invest in the artists that are Republican, but then you want the music from the artists that you didn't invest in who aren't Republican. Let me tell you, there are a lot of great, wonderful Republican artists. A lot of them. And, and I think that the Republican Party should focus a little more on helping and support these artists, including myself. I include myself in that. I'm a Republican artist, you know. Um, give us a little push. Let us grow. Let us earn a living doing our craft. Because then at the end of the day, then you get the situation where artists, oh, I don't want him playing, I don't want Trump playing my music, I don't want, but yet we got a whole bunch of good Republican artists, that, and the problem is, in order to become, like, how they use the term blow up, to the likes of people like Beyonce, to the likes of people like Lady Gaga. Let me tell you, that is a lot of money being pumped into these artists, into their image, into their clothes, into their careers. Republicans ain't doing it. I'm being straight up. They ain't doing it. You know. I don't know if it's the ideology, if it's in the, I don't know if the whole Republican thought process is more of the working class, blah blah blah, and they're not really too focused on the arts. We're dropping the ball there. We're dropping the ball there because now the arts are controlled by these libtards. Hollywood is controlled by these libtards. The music, the Grammys, everything that has to do with music, controlled by libtards. That's our doing, and that's the problem. And I've been saying these things all along. The support isn't there for our artists. It's not there. It's not there. We're not gonna make an impact because we continue to drop the ball. The previous video, I got some heat from my previous video, which was titled "I may stop being a Republican." And that, in a way, it was kind of clickbait in a way. So if you listen to the video, I am in no way going against the Republican Party. But I think these things need to be pointed out. I really do, because we have to think of the arts as well. And we're not being represented. So then you have people like this Lil Nas X making satanic sneakers and satanic videos with these huge budgets, huge millionaire budgets to make these videos, and our artists are stuck on YouTube getting 30 views. I mean, I'm just saying that because why is it that Republicans don't have at least a strong presence in mainstream news, or in mainstream movies or mainstream? Why are we not part of that industry? Why is it that the libtards dominate that industry? Because we clearly are not investing in that industry. We're not investing in movies. We're not investing in arts. We're not giving the importance to the creative side of society. And then here come the libtards. Oh yeah. And they invest. And then all the youth, and they start following these big name artists. I mean, we need to learn from the Democrats, honestly. We need to learn from them. We need to learn from them, and we need to learn how to take their tactics and use them to our benefit. So, I mean, take it how it is. But Republicans, we don't support the arts. We don't support the arts, and then come time around, for political stuff, and then what I'm saying. And then, look, let me tell you, I love the national anthem. I love the main traditional political American, things like that. Absolutely. But the youth likes the Beyonce. The youth likes the Lady Gagas. They like that modern stuff. They're not getting that with the Republicans. They're getting, things which they feel that it's like, I don't know, like, stuff that isn't mainstream. It's not appealing. You know what I mean? It's like yesterday I did a remake of the beautiful song Country Roads by John Denver. That's beautiful. I love that. I love John Denver. I love his music. I love that song in particular. But the reality is, that's not going to appeal to the youths. So if you have you have a politician, let's say, let's use Trump, and you're playing Country Roads, Take Me Home. I mean, okay, there is a market for that, but that is when did Country Roads come out? 1971. Honestly, I mean it's 1971 is when Take Me Home, Country Roads by John Denver came out. We're in the year 2021. 50 years. You know what I'm saying? So we show up and we do a rally, and you hear, you know, "Cause I'm proud to be an American, but at least I know I'm free." Oh, beautiful. I love it. I love it. But guess what? That's old too. You know, we don't have. Where are our Beyoncés? Where are our Gagas? Where are they? They don't exist. You know, we have maybe one or two, maybe Joy Villa, which isn't even heard much anyway either. You know, we don't have a presence. You know, so I think that's my critique. You know, Republican Party, you guys need to start, you know, investing and supporting, you know, our artists, our movement, because then don't complain when Aerosmith says, "I don't want you playing my music." Straight up, don't complain because you didn't invest in Aerosmith. You see what I'm saying? You didn't invest in the infrastructure that goes behind taking an artist from nowhere to stardom. It's an investment, you know. And Republicans, you know, and conservatives, we know business. We know business. And in order for a business to grow, you have to invest in it. You didn't invest in music, you ain't gonna reap the benefits of the music industry that you didn't build. That's why when Hillary showed up, oh, you had Jay-Z, you had Eminem, you had the top of the of you know, and regardless of whether you don't like these artists because of their political affiliation, yep, they're libtards, but you cannot deny the fact that Beyonce sings incredibly, that she's an incredible artist. You cannot deny that Eminem is not one of the baddest rappers alive. And I can't stand his guts, but I can't deny that he is incredible. But there are some people just as incredible as Eminem, like the rapper, I think his name is Tom MacDonald. Why aren't we supporting him? Why aren't we seeing the Tom MacDonalds at the rally? You know, why? Because we don't support them. We're not supporting them. You know, we're dropping the ball, man. Republicans are dropping the ball left and right, and nobody's talking about these things. You know, so I have to come out and say it. You know, and kind of be, you know, the squeaky wheel here. Because we're dropping the ball. We're letting these damn Democrats win on every front. We're letting them win. We're letting them dictate the narrative everywhere, you know? And we got some hard players here. We have some hardball players. Look, I remember at the Republican National Convention, you know, they didn't invite what's her name? Oh God, I forgot her name. Forgot her name. The girl from Turning Point, Candace Owens. All right, Candace Owens was not invited to the Republican National Convention. How can you not? Honestly, how can you not invite Candace Owens? But then they had Trump's other daughter speaking there. Not Ivanka, the other one. I forgot her name. They had her speaking there. Don't you think? I mean, I understand that's Trump's daughter, and there were some other people there. Why not bring the hard balls? Why not bring the ones who are movers and shakers like Candace Owens? You know, it's sad, man. It's sad. You know, and like I said in my previous video, how come InfoWars, Tiffany Trump, all right, thank you for the acceleration. Why is it that Trump from the beginning didn't say, yeah, amongst all of these reporters like CNN and Fox News and blah, 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 we want Alex Jones doing the interviews. We want him. He's media. No, Alex Jones was never at the White House. Owen Schroeder, never at the White House. You know why? See, we don't support our people, man. We don't support them, and then we wonder, why our party's looking lame and lackluster. You know, telling you, we got everything right. We have the conservatism, we have the morality, we have we have the correct way of thinking, but then we're flawed in so many other ways that I'm like, damn, it's not gonna work. You know, I mean, like I said, I mean, if you don't, if you, if you think that I'm, talking bad about the Republican Party, I'm not, man. I'm, like I said, I'm not jumping off the Trump train. I'm simply saying that the axle's messed up. Like I said, I'm like, hello, we need to get to the destination. The axle is damaged. We're gonna come off the rails. Right now, including myself, there's a lot of Republicans out there that they're saying, oh, we don't, we don't trust the whole voting situation. That the Trump administration failed to secure the vote. I feel the same way. I feel uncertain. I feel that these libtard Democrats, they have the ball, and they're not gonna let it go. Because they cheat, because they lie, because they steal, and we haven't raised hell. That's it. We've been taking, like I said in the other video, people didn't like my phrase, but we're taking it up the ass. We're a whole bunch of political sodomites. Taking it up the ass. We're too polite. We're too. We gotta get a little ghetto and a little dirty, and we gotta. We have to. But anyways, so like I said, guys, like I said, as a musician, as an artist, let's support our artists. You know what I'm saying? If you see that our artist is working towards, the conservative values, and let's support them. Let's support them. Let's start supporting our local artists. Because if we don't, who is? Why would anybody, strive to become a Republican artist when then they don't generate any income? Then we see the Lady Gagas, then we see the Beyoncés, and then we're like, okay, Republican artists, yeah, we got to go work at a factory because our own people doesn't support us. That's it, man. That's it, So, all right, guys. So y'all take care. Leave your comments down below, and like all my videos, if you wish to help out this channel or support this artist at that, PayPal link is in the description below, and every little bit helps, guys, to cover costs, to be able to produce more music. For everything, money is required. So, all right, guys, take care and God bless.